Hello, I'd like to see Mr. Turk, please. I'm Diana Prince with the IADC.
Please come in.
Actress and real-life supermodel Cathie Shirriff joins us today for an epic conversation. She played Tara in the Wonder Woman episode Galt's Brain. Super excited, guys. Let's do it. Miss Cathie, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's a wonderful honor. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm so happy to meet you and to be doing your podcast. And I'm very excited to have fun with you this afternoon.
Thank you so much. And you're the first official actress from the Wonder Woman TV show to be here on my show. So it's a very special day for me. And I'll try not to nerd out too much. So take us back to that time. Wonder Woman Season 3, Episode 12, Galt's Brain. How did you get involved?
It was just another audition for me. I thought fun, great, Wonder Woman. I was a Wonder Woman fan myself growing up, Wonder Woman comic books. And I really loved the sort of Amazonian, powerful women. And so when I did get the part, I was really happy. I guess I got the sides delivered to me. I don't even remember if they were delivered to me, but that's what they used to do in the old day.
Was acting always the dream?
Oh, no. I started out as a model in Toronto and had a huge career there, as big as you can have in Toronto at that time. I got invited by the top modeling agency in London to please come over. We would love to have you. And so I did, and I packed up my bags at 20, 21, I'm not sure. My whole purpose of going into modeling was to see the world, because very early on in a geography class, and I mean, I'm really old, so this goes back, way back to the cave days. And we were taken down to the gym to watch a reel-to-reel film on the world. I remember seeing deserts and the markets and so on in places like Tehran. And I mean, it was so beautiful to me. And here I was living in Toronto, which I was already feeling was too small. And I was about 12 at the time when I came to this realization. And I had a huge career doing that. So I was flown all over the world. And then I got a call from Paris. Would you come to Paris? And I said, yeah. So then I spent my 20s living between London, Paris, and Saint-Tropez, and traveling all over the world.
Wow, so that answers my next question. You really are a supermodel in real life. And I mean, even when I was a little kid, watching the episode for the first time, I assumed that you were some kind of supermodel or had a modeling background, because when you're first introduced and you're walking down the steps, amazing. I mean, you're absolutely gorgeous, respectfully. You look amazing today, by the way. And so, but at 20, Cathie, you were traveling the world and modeling. And I mean, how did that work? I mean, were you getting the support at home? I mean, what was going on in your mind?
I'm one of 5 girls, and none of my sisters are like me. And I don't know where that energy came from. I was determined to make my own money, to travel and do what I wanted to do. I was determined to succeed at it. While I had commercials on the air in Toronto, because I'd started in Toronto, while I had commercials running in Toronto, I was still selling Avon cosmetics door to door.
Wow.
And I would sell anything. They'd say, what should I buy? And I'd say, well, you could use this and you could use. I made a fortune from Avon because they saw me on TV. But seeing me on TV didn't stop me from continuing to work in any other area I could, because my ultimate goal was to travel and see the world. So there's never enough money to do that.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Well, now I know you're a real life supermodel and you're a real life Wonder Woman. We fast forward to the show Wonder Woman. You get the audition. What comes to mind when you think about your time on set?
I do remember working with John Carradine, he was in his 90s when he shot that. And I do remember the young man that they had who was going to receive Galt's brain was very cute. I think he was even newer in the business than I was. And he was very nervous, but he was adorable.
Well, I think it worked. It definitely added to his character. I mean, if that's what, if he was using it, and I love the way you two played off each other, and
That wasn't acting. He was very, very fit.
he was definitely in super shape. And let me ask you this, because again, this is the '70s. When he was doing all the gymnastic stuff. I mean, was that really him? Because it didn't look like there was a stuntman.
No, he was a gymnast. That's where he got that body from. He was an amazing athlete.
I love this episode. I mean, it was definitely darker. It was the first time I had ever seen a brain on camera. It was the first time I had ever seen, someone try to drown Wonder Woman. I mean, I knew she would get out, but it was still creepy to me.
Hello, I'd like to see Mr. Turk, please. I'm Diana Prince with the IADC.
Please come in.
My favorite scene is when you and Linda meet for the first time. Cathie, I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan, a huge Linda Carter fan. I just think that she, there are models, supermodels, but then there's just, people who are just built, made differently. And I think Linda Carter, I feel like the word is magical. Just a magical person from a magical time. And I just feel like she really is a real life Wonder Woman. And to see you, alongside her, see you come out with that same presence, that same beauty and wonder and magic together. I was just like, wow, it was incredible. And I was like, there's two of them. There's more Wonder Women out there. And so, so I was just fascinated. And again, I'm just a little kid, but I think it was just the young filmmaker in me. I was always looking for these moments and people. I mean, all I wanted to do was be you, male or female, just be these characters on camera, in every way. Acting has always been my passion since I was young. And so, it was just so fascinating to see.
Why are you interested in Mr. Turk?
Well, for openers, he tried to kill me.
Are you certain?
Very. Do you know where he is?
No, I'm afraid I don't. After Mr. Galt's unfortunate death.
And then when you're sitting down and she's asking you all these questions, and you got Galt watching from behind the curtain, and the camera, like when it's close up on Galt, it's like kind of shaky. And I just felt like that made it even creepier. But again, it's amazing. So what was it like working with the one and only Linda? I mean, did you have time to talk? I mean, was it just business in and out?
Yeah, not really. I remember she was a little bit distant, but I don't think you become best friends with actresses who come on for a guest starring role, because your actual interaction is you don't have a lot of time with each other when you're not actually on the set. So she goes to her dressing room, I'm put in my dressing room, and we meet on the set. So that's film life. You don't use, unless you're doing a movie, because a movie is much longer. A TV show, an episode, is very short in terms of film time when you're really part of a family. She was very nice. I have nothing but nice thoughts about the show. It was very fun, and it was very easygoing. I was, as I said, a Wonder Woman fan prior to, and I thought, pretty cool. I'm working with Wonder Woman, with Linda Carter.
That's awesome.
I had a lot of personal pride in doing that, because I definitely related to the Amazon aspect of any show.
It's amazing. And another thing that stuck with me is that you and Galt, the bad guys get away. And I know that the show ended after season 3, but was there any talk at the time to bring you back? Or, was there a reason why they let you get away?
No, my memories are so sketchy, because who would have thought that 45 years later I'd be talking about that little guest star role I did? And who knew who knew that Wonder Woman was going to go on for years after and just be a staple in so many households.
Well, it was so sad, that the show had to end, and it would have been so awesome to see you and Galt come back. Do you remember watching it for the first time? Did you get to see it, right when it came out?
I really don't watch myself, because I hate seeing myself on camera, and I think I did the line wrong. I should have done it this way. I'm so self-critical that it's just easier on me to not watch.
Really?
I just enjoy the process of doing the show. I remember watching in Star Trek, I get killed off within, I don't know, first 15 minutes. And I remember thinking, we were in a theater with, I guess, a boyfriend or somebody, And I remember thinking, okay, well, I'm gone. Let's go. Just wanted to see if I was okay.
Valkyris was awesome. And I'm not a Star Trek fan, Cathie. I mean, I hope I don't offend nobody, but I was never a Star Trek fan, and I happened to see Star Trek 3, by accident. It was on TV, and when they showed, Valkyris, I was like, hey, that's Galt's girl. That's what I called you, Galt's girl. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. It was just so awesome because, back then we didn't have the internet. I didn't know how to find you, all that kind of stuff. And so, but it was so awesome to see you, and you were working with Christopher Lloyd. I recognized him immediately, and again, I knew nothing about Star Trek. What was it like, working with Chris?
I have to show you the result of this is an action figure doll that they came out with. The funny thing about Chris Lloyd in that is that the job I had right before Star Trek was an episode of Taxi where I play his girlfriend. It was fun. Yeah, it was very fun.
That's so cool. Congratulations. Star Trek, Wonder Woman, I mean, a huge, movie, huge TV show. Wow. I mean, what does that feel like?
I didn't even think about it for 40 years. But then I ended up doing the Star Trek convention last year in Vegas, which is the biggest Star Trek convention.
Your journey, your life, Cathie, has been so epic. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. Congratulations. And I found this photo as I was researching and kind of pulling content for this episode. I found this photo with you. It's from a project that you did called Shaping Up. There's you, Leslie Nielsen, Tim Robbins, Jennifer Tilly. I mean, oh my God. For me, I love seeing, all my actors that I love, people who inspire me. I love seeing them younger, where it all began, all that kind of stuff. And so, I mean, what do you remember that day? Can you tell us about this photo?
Yeah, I remember the photo. It was, it was an honor to work with Leslie Nielsen. He's as funny off camera as he is on camera. And Jennifer Tilly's voice, I'll never forget. She was a riot. But the odd thing for me was it was comedy, and I was not good at comedy. I'd never done it before. And I was playing the Russian masseuse, so I had an accent, and I had to, figure out how to do the lines in a comedic show. So it was tough. But they replaced Tim Robbins because they didn't think he was funny. Well, now I was really nervous that they're going to find out I'm not funny either. I thought I was going to get replaced as well. But I survived, but they brought in another fellow. And Tim Robbins went on to be he was just starting out then. Of course, he went on to be just a huge star.
That's so inspiring. Out of all your performances, all your projects, is there one that stands out more? Or, do you have a favorite?
I was just oblivious. My goal was at that age, clock was ticking. I really wanted to be married. I wanted to be a mom. And work was just a way of doing something while I was waiting to meet the man. And I met him in 85, and it was on first meeting. It was done deal for both of us. And I married the man of my dreams. So I never really took acting very seriously. I wasn't in the business to become a star or be well known or obviously I wanted to do well, but it was never my dream to be a big movie star. It was to be a mom.
Wow, so that was the dream, and you did it. Congrats to you, congrats to your husband. And again, there's that drive, Cathie. It seems like that drive is really your superpower. Even going back to the modeling days, it seems like you've always known what you wanted, or if you wanted something, you just did it. And I think that that's so inspiring. For me, for people watching, for anyone looking to get into the business, for anyone who has a dream, that's just your proof. You are a real life Wonder Woman, and you're still doing it today. I know you've got a new project in the works. You're acting again, and I know we can't give away too much, but can you tell us, when maybe the movie might be out, or when do we get to see Cathie, on the screen again?
Well, thank you. This morning I did an interview, and they asked what my favorite word was. And without a doubt, my first word just popped out of my mouth was perseverance. Just keep going. keep going. I don't know who that little girl was who just had the perseverance and the drive and the attitude that I can do this. I don't know who she was. I can't even relate to her anymore. But that's who it was. And she lived in my body. And I do know that perseverance is a key word in my life. I'm not sure when the film's going to be finished. I know they thought they were going to be finished by the end of December, and nowhere near that, because the way this film is being shot, it's a psychological thriller, and the lead character, the whole film is from his perspective, literally from his perspective. The actor is actually filming it all. The director is offset watching everything on his monitor, but the audience will be watching this as if they are in his brain watching, speaking of Galt's brain, watching this story unfold. And he is a young filmmaker, student filmmaker, and his task is to do a documentary on fear. And he goes back to his hometown and starts to uncover things that had kind of been haunting him, but he never had any reality to relate it to. And now things are starting to get interesting.
So awesome. Well, I'm excited. I'm a huge fan. Miss Cathie, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Super congrats on all your incredible work, talent, and success.
Well, it's been very fun, and I'm so happy to have met you and talked to you. I was hoping we'd have fun, and mission accomplished.
So much fun. I really appreciate it. It was absolutely wonderful.
If I ever see Linda Carter, though, I'm going to tell her to make sure she does your show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Rewatch Wonder Woman. Rewatch the entire series, but season 3, episode 12, Galt's Brain, Cathie as Miss Tara, the lovely, the gorgeous Tara. Watch and enjoy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.